Neville Goddard, Power of Awareness, Chapter 11, Interference. You are free to choose the concept you will accept of yourself. Excuse me, you are free to choose the concept you will accept of yourself. Therefore, you possess the power of intervention, the power which enables you to alter the course of your future. The process of rising from your present concept to a higher concept of yourself is the means of all true progress. The higher concept is waiting for you to incarnate it in the world of experience. The higher concept is waiting for you. Now unto him that is able to do exceeding abundantly above all that we ask or think, according to the power that worketh in us. Unto him be glory. Ephesians 3:20. I am all that is God right there. All of us. In one moment point. There's a self-concept, another self-concept, another one, many more. There's infinite self-concepts available for us to choose from. Here we are today. Here we potentially can be tomorrow in another now. Very, very important opening paragraph here. Interference. You are free to choose the concept you will accept of yourself. So this self-concept you find yourself awakening in right now because you're becoming aware of this material, this technique, this law, whatever you want to call it. You've already been using it. If someone comes into this video and says, wait a minute, I want to manifest or do something new that I've never done. No, it's not going to happen. You're already doing it. It's not new. You, in fact, are already doing it. You've been doing it unconsciously. You've been really literally hiding this skill set from yourself. So what we're doing is we're becoming consciously aware of this as a tool we can use to better our lives. You are free to choose the concept you will accept of yourself. And you've been doing it. You're very, very good at it. So here you are today, whatever that is. Therefore, you possess the power of intervention, the power which enables you to alter the course of your future. The process of rising from one present concept to a higher concept of yourself is the means of all true progress. The higher concept is waiting for you to incarnate it in the world of experience, your experience, the world of experience. It's waiting for you. As I said in the last video, once you have the inkling of that new car because of the new features or whatever its offerings are that attracts your attention, you are already driving the car. The concept of your higher self, your new self, let's call it, exists. The moment it becomes an inkling in you, it already exists. Otherwise, it wouldn't be attractive and there wouldn't be a desire inside of you. It's as if the spark that sends that out also sends the desire to within you. At the same instantaneous moment, remembering all time is now, it's all one moment. The magic's happening ever so slightly in one instantaneous, simultaneous moment. So you're kind of trying to get your head wrapped around several ideas at once. We'll stay with the idea that we don't want to time crunch ourselves and say, whoa. But in reality, I think instantaneously, the concept of you driving that new car with those new features happens at the same time desire streams inside of you. Otherwise, it wouldn't be happening. Him that is able to do more than you can ask or think is your imagination, and the power that worketh in us is your attention. Understanding imagination to be him that is able to do all that you ask, and attention to be the power by which you create your world, you can now build your ideal world. It doesn't matter what the heck is going on out here. It doesn't matter what the world's telling you to think about what's happening out here. We're talking about in here. In here is where all change takes place. All activity is happening in here anyway, because everything is you pushed out. Don't forget that finger pointing situation. Everything out there is you pushed out. Anything coming from without can never harm or change you within unless you use that to impact your subconscious. Remember, if you're not using your imagination, someone else is. So things out here are just a practice of you not using your imagination. When you start using your imagination, then you won't just be bouncing around like floating down a river on an inner tube and letting the water take you where it may. You take charge. You put a little motor on that thing, and you have, I forget the item called on the back of the boat. You start taking command and steering your direction when you become aware of this. Imagine yourself to be the ideal you dream of and desire. Remain attentive to this imagined state, and as fast as you completely feel that you are already this ideal, it will manifest its reality in your world. Man, what a powerful sentence. Remain attentive. Okay, so let's back up 2 sentences because it really is really deep. It's so shallow, it's deep. Imagine yourself to be the ideal you dream of and desire. Okay? Imagine yourself to be the ideal you dream of and desire. Remain attentive to this imagined state, and as fast as you completely feel that you are already this ideal, it will manifest itself as reality in your world. You're here, you're not married, you're single, you're not in love. Imagine yourself to be the ideal you dream of and desire. Remain attentive to this ideal, to this imagined state, and as fast as you completely feel it here, you are already this ideal, and it will manifest its reality in your world. The faster you can convince yourself, persuade yourself. He was in the world, and the world was made by him, and the world knew him not. The mystery hid from the ages, Christ in you, the hope of glory. The he in the first of these quotations is your imagination. He was in the world, and the world was made by him, and the world knew him not. The he in the first of these quotations is your imagination. As previously explained, there is only one substance. What is that substance? If you've been along this far, you've already said it. Consciousness. I'm not even going to read ahead, but you know that's all there is. This substance is consciousness. There it is. Sorry, Neville, I didn't mean to take your thunder. It is your imagination which forms this substance into concepts. You take your imagination and form it into concepts. These are self-concepts, which concepts are then manifested as conditions, circumstances, and physical objects. I was talking to a friend the other night, and he has a 1950-something truck, a nice old classic metal machine with a straight six engine in it. And I was trying to make a different point, but he likes that truck. I was saying, as I said before, what if consciousness doesn't know whether you're trying to shape it into a 50s truck with this quality and timber of value versus a newer car, like let's say, I said as an example, a 2025 Ferrari, which he has no interest in taking his consciousness and making that car. But I said, well, someone else might. The car itself as consciousness doesn't care. It doesn't have a qualm whether it's becoming the classic metal 50s pickup truck or the 2025 finely tuned, latest state-of-the-art technology machine of space and dynamics and aerodynamics. Consciousness is not judging what you do with it, but you're the one forming either the truck or the Ferrari. You are the one forming it with your imagination. Repeating this. As previously explained, there's only one substance. This substance is consciousness. It is your imagination which forms this substance into concepts, which concepts are then manifested as conditions, circumstances, and physical objects. Thus, imagination made your world. Your self-concept and everything in your world is made by your imagination. This supreme truth, with but few exceptions, man is not conscious of. And if we're not conscious of it, then how do we wield it? How do we form it into from the truck to the Ferrari, if in fact we wanted the Ferrari? If our desire is the Ferrari, we don't have to drive the truck anymore. We can take the same energy and create the consciousness. The same amount of effort. If you are in a relationship and it's going nowhere and you know it's on the rocks and it's actually passed over, there's nothing that says you can't take that same mental energy you're using here to put up with that every day and create a new concept. The same amount of mental force that you're creating your current reality with out of consciousness is the same amount of mental force it takes for you to create the new reality. Whatever that is. Is it health? Are you not healthy and you want to be healthy? It could be anything. There's no limitation. The mystery, Christ in you, boom, referred to in the second quotation is your imagination by which your world is molded. Second quote, the mystery hid from the ages, Christ in you, the hope of glory. The mystery Christ in you, referred to in the second quote, is your imagination by which your world is molded. The hope of glory is your awareness of the ability to rise perpetually to higher levels. This is the hope of glory. Let's be okay with that. This is the hope of glory, understanding this from another perspective. One of the main reasons I'm reading this book is to try and just take what it says and just give it some different view, give it another view so we can all understand it. It takes a little bit sometimes of just a little bit of a nudge, a little bit of a breakdown, a tweak of perspective. But this is the hope of glory, knowing that you have the power to impact your subconscious and thereby creating a new reality for yourself. And it doesn't matter what it is, anything you desire. Once we get this pump primed properly, we will see amazing, amazing results. Again, you're already doing it. You're already doing it. You already put yourself there. You could have come from anywhere. In fact, you did. You're not giving yourself credit. It's a wonderful sentence. The hope of glory is your awareness of the ability to rise perpetually to higher levels. Oh, what a wonderful, wonderful sentence. Christ is not to be found in history nor in external forms. You find Christ only when you become aware of the fact that your imagination is the only redemptive power. When this is discovered, the towers of dogma will have heard the trumpets of truth, like the walls of Jericho, crumble to dust. What a wonderful close. Man, oh man, I find this last paragraph to be my favorite of this whole chapter, which is only maybe one page, man. Christ is not to be found in history nor external forms. You find Christ only when you become aware of the fact that your imagination is the only redemptive power. Redemption, radical change of attitude. Definition by Neville. Redemption equals radical change of attitude. When you become aware of the fact that your imagination is the only redemptive power, when this is discovered, the towers of dogma will have heard the trumpets of truth, and like the walls of Jericho, crumble to dust. Man. It's powerful. And I really hope you're getting it. I'm reading it for us and for you. It's extremely powerful. The power of awareness. Chapter 11, interference. Once you find it out for yourself and you use it in the simplest manner for that parking space, for that boyfriend, girlfriend, for the health, for the different job and career, once you just try it, and you see it work one time, just once, consciously, you're going to be floored. You're going to be flabbergasted. You're going to be in awe. And it's going to be a pill to swallow that you've done this your whole life. You've been doing this every single day, consistently. Whether you're in a loop, the world, no, I haven't changed. Someone else is taking my attention and making my own dogmas for me because I'm not using my attention, so thereby I'm not impressing my subconscious. Dogmas from without are impacting my subconscious because I'm not using my imagination, and you're stuck in this loop over and over and over. Even that's done by you. Even that, you're not using your imagination is being okay with someone else using it. So you're giving them consent by you not using your imagination. If you're not using it, someone else is. You're giving your consent by you not using it. So it's time, not just realizing this law, but it's time to use your imagination. Shut that noise off from without. There's a lot of things out here that are full of just noise that are ready to find a ripe ground where someone's not using their imagination. There's a lot of information and keys rattling and shiny objects out here that are looking for a spot to fill. We're not even talking about advertising for products. We're talking about for beliefs. We're talking, a lot of things are out there that are happy to take the space you're giving them for free. The most valuable thing there is your attention. And if you're not giving it to your subconscious on the objective of objectification of your desire, that's the objective you're after, and making the impression on your subconscious. If you're not doing it, someone else is happy to step in and give that space fulfillment of their objective. What a great chapter. Power of Awareness, Chapter 11, Interference. We'll see you in the next one.